How do you do it, boy?
Huh?
Every molecule of yours radiates with such unbridled optimism. It would be disgusting if it weren't so necessary, at least at a time like this. And even now, here you stand with that ridiculous grin plastered on your face. Even with the possibility of losing the only world you've ever known, still, you persist in your relentless positivity. Which would imply that you either know far more than you're letting on, or far less. So which is it?
I don't know. Ever since the wizard gave me these powers, things just seem different.
Different how?
Well, it's like before, I used to see what was right in front of me, and that was it. Like the classroom I was in, or the orphanage I was staying at, or the meal I was eating, just whatever it was in the moment. And now, it's like I can, well, not see the future or anything, but just, I could see beyond what was in front of me. Not just where I was or what I was doing, but why and how I ended up there. And from that, I could begin to understand how and why other people ended up where they are, and where we might end up if things kept going the way they were, you know? How things might go if nothing changed, or if one thing changed, or if everything changed. It's like the wizard gave me,
Perspective.
Right. And it's like everything just started to make sense, you know? Way more sense than it ever had before. I mean, it kind of made the world seem way more complicated, but it also made it seem way simpler, too.
Wisdom can have that effect on people. The difference being most people learn it through a lifetime of experience. You were granted several lifetimes' worth all at once while processing it through the eyes of a child.
Well, I mean, they're the only eyes I got.
And what do those eyes see now, boy? Is the best course of action to restore history to the way it was before? Or would the world be better off as it is now, without the conflict it had seen originally?
Well, I mean, the way it was the way it was. I mean, sure, conflict is something we try to avoid, but it's also part of life. It's a part of everyone's lives.
Perhaps. But does it have to be?
It's not preferable, but it's also how we learn. How we learn to live with each other. How to compromise. We have to experience just how bad conflict can be so we can understand just how much we need to avoid it.
Experience. But your wisdom doesn't come from experience, does it, boy? Not your own, at least. But ours does. And in our experience, conflict, any conflict, has casualties, consequences, collateral damage. We have been that collateral damage. Ask those who have been counted amongst the collateral damage of a conflict if they are happy to have lost everything so that those in charge might learn a lesson. Take it from us, boy. Conflict is to be avoided at all costs, past, present, or future. Whatever protects the innocent is the only choice.
For someone so big on avoiding conflict, you sure seem like you're trying to provoke one.
We have no quarrel with you, boy. Whatever the heroes of the past decide, we shall agree to as promised. Perhaps your brand of wisdom is correct, but even the wisest of men are willing to question themselves.